Welcome to Lesson 1 of Introduction to Python with me, Richwell Cooper. In this lesson we'll be focusing on strings and printing strings. Strings are a type of data in a computer program, and strings contain a mixture of different types of characters. Characters can be any alphanumeric character or symbol, including spaces. To print a string, we just type the command print, and in round brackets and in speech marks we type the string that we want to output. We can assign a variable, in this case a string, to store a string, hello world, and print that by enclosing the variable name inside the round brackets. Note that we don't need to have the speech marks if we are printing a variable. You can assign as many different string variables as you want, and you can print them off just by separating them with a comma inside the print statement. You can assign a user-defined string variable by using the input command, as I'm about to demonstrate. The format is you type in the name of the variable that you want to assign, equals, and then the input command, which you'll notice highlights in purple, and then in speech marks and round brackets the message that you want to output to the user to tell them what to do. You may want to pause the video at this point and practice some of what you've learned. The variable will store any input, so if you put rubbish in, you will get rubbish out. String variables can be sliced up into their component parts. We do this using indexes. Indexes are put in square brackets. The first letter of a string is at index 0, and so on. By separating indexes with a colon, we can print individual or groups of characters within a string. To get the last character from a string, we just enter -1. Pause the video now and practice what you've just learned. You can create new strings from slices of other strings. You can also make new strings by concatenating, in other words, joining two strings together. The way of doing this is shown in the video now. In this case, we're creating two strings from slices of the original string called C string and D string, which we can print off individually. And then we can create a new string called E string, or new string in this case, which is C string and D string joined together in a process called concatenation. You might want to pause the video now and practice what you've learned. So let's recap lesson 1. You now know how to print strings, assign string variables, print string variables, use slices, and use concatenation of strings. This is the end of lesson 1. Please join me again for lesson 2. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful.